Hey guys, it's Isabella. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to our channel if you are new. Today we are filming a very exciting video. I'm finally showing you guys my library room. I recently moved. I have not stopped talking about that on this channel, and I have also mentioned that I am able to have my very own library room in this new house, which is so exciting. Today I'm going to show you guys it. I actually just got like the final touch, which was a little like armchair. I got that today, so I am filming this and I'm so excited to finally have like my own little reading space, and I am so in love with it. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So when you first walk in, of course, you see books. Like that is literally all this room is books. So I think it's pretty obvious straight away that this is meant to be a library room. I'll start with this shelf, which is probably my favorite. I just love the way it looks. It has some series, and if I have lots of books from an author, then I have put them all together. So up the top here, I have my picture book of Little Women and like a little sunflower that's not facing the right way. Because we all know on this channel I adore Little Women. I have a B for my name Belle, and then Priory of the Orange Tree, this little crystal that I don't know, I thought it went. And then I of course have my Queen Marina Zapata with my favorite book, one of my favorites, Culty, From Look Off With Love, which I have not read yet, and Things We Never Got Over, which I just recently bought. I don't know, I just felt like it looked nice there and it kind of just fit the vibe. Moving down, of course, we have my Harry Potter series, my little Nevermore trilogy series. I think there's actually going to be more books, but I highly recommend this if you liked Harry Potter. It's just absolutely wonderful. I then have two shelves dedicated to Colleen Hoover because I just have a lot of her books. I used to read a lot of her. I'm going to be honest, I don't read a ton of her anymore, but I do still thoroughly enjoy her books. So we have like two editions of Verity, Hopeless Duology, November 9 Slammed, and Layla, and then it ends with Us Ugly Love and Heartbones. These are my favorite. Next we have my favorite fantasy author, or my favorite YA fantasy author, which is Bridget Kamara. I found this entire series at a thrift store, which is amazing. I also have two shelves for her too. Don't know if I mentioned that. So my Cursebreaker series, and then this book, which I will show you guys. This baby is like my pride and joy because when you open it up, I got it personalized, which is like, ugh, I love it. I then have my ACOTAR series, and then below it I have the Plated Prisoner series, which I feel like is similar to ACOTAR, but you know, with like a dark romance type of twist. Next, of course, we have my Alice Oseman books. I have only read like Heartstopper and then like the two novellas, but I still decided to keep all of her books in case I ever want to read them. I'm not a big fan of like that type of, it's like YA contemporary kind of. I don't really read that, but I just decided to keep them instead of giving them away. And then of course, all of my books, all of my Little Women books, my Little Women editions with my two favorite ones that are facing out. This is the one I plan on reading this year because I read one edition of Little Women a year. So that I'm going to read in winter. My favorite thriller author is definitely CJ Tudor. I have only read two books, which is The Taking of Annie Thorne and The Other People, but The Burning Girls is on my 2023 TBR. It was on my cart, but I just decided to put it here instead. I would love to read The Drift in winter, and then The Chalk Man, which is this one. I'll just try and get to when I can. And then I have my Dreamland Billionaire series. I was so excited for this to come out, and now that it has come out, I'm like, I don't want to read it because I'm scared, because Cal is my favorite, which I feel like he's everyone's favorite, but you know, I'm just scared. Moving down, we have my Emily Henry books. I'm a massive fan of beach read. I didn't love You and Me on Vacation, and I have not read Book Lovers yet, but I bought one of these new, and then the other one, which I think is this one, yeah, I got thrifting for $2, so I was like, damn, that's a steal. And then my poetry books, which they just don't want to stay upright, hey? No, that's okay. Atticus, love him. My Twilight series, because I don't know. And then currently I have a bunch of Robin Hood books. I have read the first book in the Farsi trilogy, I think it's called, Assassin's Apprentice. I did like it. I gave it 4 stars, but I just don't really have any motivation to continue. So I have a feeling I'm going to unhaul all of those books and fill that cube up with something else. But for now, it's fine. So that's that shelf. Moving on, we of course have my beautiful armchair, which I got today, and it is so comfortable. Like, it's literally like the type of really soft material. It's amazing. I have Ellie the elephant, who's currently chilling on there, and then I just have some random like little decorations and stuff, but I'm obsessed, like actually obsessed. Then I have this mini cube situation. I have my middle grade books and my journals. That's kind of all that is here. So like Goosebumps books, you know, other middle grades. I have like Artemis Fowl, I have some Percy Jackson, and then just some journals and stuff. On the top, I have my few historical romances I have. The only one I've read is this one, and I actually did really enjoy it. 10 Things I Hate About You, love. Childhood book, and then this, which I found thrifting, but it's like Alice in Wonderland type of theme. I don't know, I like it. Next is the iconic book cart, which I'm sure you guys have seen lots of because I've done a whole video about it. But we have, I mean, my 2023 TBR. I do have an entire video where I talk about all the books that are on this, so I will leave that link down below. But yeah, it's all the books that I'm hoping to read. I'm going to be completely honest, so far I have not done great, but it's fine. We have a long time till the end of the year. I then have my little TV, and those are like The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings. I haven't read Lord of the Rings. I have read The Hobbit though, and I loved it. And yeah, it's cute. Also my little sign. I don't know, I really like it, and I love how this bookshelf looks as well. This bookshelf is basically all my other books. So up the top we have Cassandra Clare, and then my poor rainbow teddy is kind of squished, but it's kind of all like, that's kind of the only place I could find from him. And underneath are some like historical fiction books. Actually, I feel like they might have a bit of truth in them, potentially, like based off true stories. Then I have my classics, of course, with Dracula, Diary of Blood, Facing Outwards, because they're amazing. And then this was purely because the cover's beautiful. I have not read The Great Gatsby yet, but yes, these are my classics. I don't read classics that much, but for some reason I have lots of them. I don't know. I love the way this shelf looks. I tried to color code it. A book's missing from here, by the way, if you're wondering where there's a gap. So I went obviously pink, purple, blue, yellow to like white. So yes, there's not really any theme other than color. I have some of my favorites, like The House in Cerulean Sea. One Last Stop was an old favorite. I loved that one. Captivate, very underrated. Love that. It's like old school YA type of stuff. So yes, and of course my 2 copies of Turtles All the Way Down. I did actually get rid of 1 copy. I used to have 3, now I have 2. So look at me go. Moving down, I kind of tried to continue with the color scheme, but it didn't really work. So like white, but I mean, then I have Cytonic there, which is just Brandon Sanderson, because there was other Brandon Sanderson books. So I don't know, there's not really much theme. There's a few books in here I probably will unhaul, but for now it just kind of mismatch. I do kind of like how they're all different heights. I know some people don't like that, but I kind of do personally. But yes, there's not much theme. Like I've got my Hunger Games, Jade City, which is one of the books I'm probably gonna unhaul because I did not love that book. But yes. Moving down, I just have a few other little random books. These are all thrillers, so that's kind of cool. I got like a little thriller section, minus this. This is based, like this is a true crime type of book. But nevertheless, I like it. And then there's like little storage. But yes, I love this shelf a lot. And lastly, this shelf over here is my boyfriend's. So this is all of his books. He's got like mythology. It's mainly mythology books. He doesn't really read them. They're definitely more of like, he just collects them. But, you know, I mean, I forced him to get The Hobbit. Yeah, that was my doing because I love The Hobbit, and I know he would like it if he actually read it, but you know. Okay guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. I feel like this video is going to be kind of quick, but it's one that like I've just been so excited to film. I love watching these on YouTube, and I think being able to film this is such a massive achievement for me because like obviously having my own library is just something I've always wanted. So thank you guys for coming along with my little moving out journey if you have, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys!